Michael Bapis, we have a Super Bowl winner. Each member of the Denver Broncos is going to receive about $100,000 as a bonus for winning the big game. What's the first thing they should do with it?
Look at their plan. What plan do they have in place, and where does this money fit? It's going to be different for some of the higher paid players. It's not as much of a hit in a positive way to their bank account and probably to their portfolio. Some of the journeyman players, it's a big number. So I would look at your plan in place, consider where the next allocation should go, and move from there.
What about players like Peyton Manning? He got $2 million just to get there, another $2 million for winning it. So what should he be thinking about? Oh, especially because he's looking at retirement. A lot of people think he's going to retire.
Yeah, that was my phrase, plan for retirement. What are you doing after you play football? What's Peyton going to do for the next 40 to 50 years of his life? And I think our whole philosophy has changed given the demographic change and given the longer lifespan. We're all living longer now.
And you have a lot of athletes as clients, which is why it's great that you're here to talk about this today. Von Miller was the MVP. A lot of people don't know that name. They know it now. So how should he approach this newfound celebrity and newfound wealth?
Well, at HighTower Sports Entertainment, what we try to do is, again, it goes back to the plan. Estimate cash flow needs, estimate savings needs. He is going to get a big lump sum in the next 12 months. Von Miller is going to either be a franchise tag with the Denver Broncos, or he will sign a large contract. So that changes his plan. His risk tolerance, what's his risk tolerance? Does he have children? Does he want to plan for the future? Does he have insurance? How is his plan structured?
All right, can you talk about the financial aspect of managing a professional athlete's portfolio? And also talk about the different sports, because football is different from baseball, which is different from basketball. And among all of them, the bankruptcy rate is very high after retirement.
Correct. Each sport is different. Obviously, football is not guaranteed. That is probably the sport where you have to be assume the least amount of risk, because you don't know the longevity of the career is 4 years. The longevity of an NBA career is longer, and an MLB career is longer too. We really, really stress. Plan it. Change it once a year if you need to, reallocate based on what the lump sum you just got or didn't get, and look for the next 40 years after you're done with your career.
And also, we've been hearing so much about concussions with regard to NFL players. How do you incorporate healthcare insurance and healthcare costs in their overall financial outlook?
Key component. These athletes, all they have is their body. All they have is their health. And if something goes wrong there, then their career's over. So it's a key component. We have disability insurance plans. We have savings plans if this happens, if this were to happen. And again, it goes back to the different sports. The guaranteed contracts, most of the time, they're paid no matter what. The NFL, which is a little different for a guy like Von Miller, or even some of the journeymen. I mean, they're probably making $500,000 to $600,000 a year. This is a 20% uptick to their portfolio.
All right, and then finally, why do so many of these pro athletes go bankrupt, and what do you think the leagues can do to help them? I know that financial advisors like you are trying to help them from going bankrupt. What can the leagues do?
It's all about education. I mean, you're talking people who are 18 to 23 years old. Most of them have come from no money or little money. They get a huge lump sum coming their way. It's all about planning. It's about the wrong advice around you, the wrong person's trying to take from you, and it's trusted advisors. I think what the league can do is just continue to educate. You're seeing a lot of athletes who have gone broke now hired by the league to say, don't do what I did. It's similar to the drug prevention plans that are in place, and we as a society need to become more educated relative to financial planning, retirement planning, and it's very, very prevalent in sports, which is a concern to all of us.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Michael.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And thank you for watching The Street.